Now, Sage, as a lady, Sage, listen, I'm a man, so I don't sit like this.
Welcome to Blacksburg, Virginia, home to a team that brings this lunch pail each and every game, the Virginia Tech Hokies. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Louisville Cardinals. Taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Cardinals will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Virginia Tech's offense takes the field for the first time today. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. You know, when you get off to a tough start in conference play like these guys have, sometimes the temptation is just to try to get through it, play out the string. How can they turn it around?
Well, they just need to put a game together in all 3 phases for 4 quarters, and they haven't been able to do that yet this year, especially, David, when they've gotten an ACC play.
Yeah, and they've struggled. It's not the start they wanted, but what a coach is talking about. Like, when you get some adversity, how are you going to respond? And how do we finish the second half of the season so we can build on it for the future? It's not pretty, it's not fun, but let's finish strong throughout this conference play.
And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. The Hokies decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the return, it's Stone. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So the Louisville Cardinals offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Yeah, he's been watching the film. This dude in the middle, man, he can light people up. So you can't tiptoe. You got to be aggressive and run in there. But this is a pretty interesting matchup today.
And I love safeties that make receivers think. Make them know they're going to be there over the middle of the field, and you better think twice about catching that football.
The give to the tailback. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30. It's 3rd and short. To the air. It's right. Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Pass on the way. It's picked off.
And you don't see this very often, but big defensive linemen, you see these guys guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A little screen to the running back. Hard running there. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. And the Hokies will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Catch in the middle, it's Stone. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get it through the air. Back open in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give out of the gun. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Back to throw. It's right. Feeling some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really 4-down territory now. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hughes. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And the Cardinals will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back, David, had nowhere to go.
They had nowhere to go. But those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up the field and kind of push them by. And you could tell they didn't do that. They didn't create any holes. There was really nowhere for him to go. You got to give him that first little hole, then maybe he can make a move. So the offensive line needs to do a better job.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the field goal unit is on the field. It is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He thought he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the...
A couple who can talk about everything. That day Jack suddenly told Lisa that he had done well in prison and had been granted parole. He would soon be able to get out of here. Lisa was so happy to hear this. She could finally get her revenge.
Nestled in the hills of Virginia, where touching the Hokie Stone means remembering the legends who formed the foundation of a power. Names like Vic and Beamer, and a lunch pail mentality that applies to the Virginia Tech Hokies. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road, and just like Hokies for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Cardinals will kick it away first. From inside the 15, here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Louisville's offense will have the first possession of the game. This has an old-school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field, and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school, because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
Scanning the field, it's right. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's slick.
The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed into his decision-making in this game.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's going to pass. Fires to the tight end. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. It has been a less than stellar start in ACC play, and now the mission is to try to keep this season from going down the drain.
Yeah, and you got to find new ways to motivate. You came into the season, you're probably like, hey, listen, we want to be ACC.
All kinds of running room. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokie. First touchdown of the game at Lane Stadium, and take my hand, the Hokies want to go to Never Never Land.
That is perfect. That's the way you start a ball game. Get the crowd rolling at home, especially these fans. Virginia Tech has some of the best fans in the country.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking for room. It's Perkins. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. And the try is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pulls it in on the right. Slippery he slide, find his way, and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville! With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single covered, double covered, triple covered. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
Running back searching for a hole. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got a man, it's Perkins. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It's complete on the right side. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. It'll be a draw. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Let's see what they've got on second down. Makes the grab. It's Stone. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Cardinals are on the move. They'll throw it on first down. Unleashes one deep. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. They'll try to pop the draw. Gets it inside the 25 down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. Hit as he throws. And here's the third interception of the night. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Sometimes there are careless interceptions and other times forced ones, and the defense forced that one.
They did. Nice job dialing up the pressure. Great job getting to the QB. So much athleticism on this defense, and moving forward, this offense is going to have to be really careful thinking about how they need to protect their quarterback to give him a chance.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, running back gets to give. Runs through a tackle.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a third and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Here comes the offense on first down. Movement here from the tight end. Snags a quick pass on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Back to pass. It's right. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun. Wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Cardinals will call on their punt team. Let's see what he can do with it. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Caught over the middle. It's Peters. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll go to the air on third and short. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Line gets set. First down. They'll start this drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it. Touchdown Cardinals. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
And he's running in the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Snagged in the middle. It's Peters. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but Got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. On second down, wants to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. Inside the 10. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. All wideouts, no backs. Looking downfield, it's right. He lofts one down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing an incompletion.
Floats it out in space. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He's going to throw deep right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Firing to the right, complete. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you...
A shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep getting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Blacksburg.
And the Cardinals will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. And the Hokies want to crank the tempo.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and then next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They try to pop a run on the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That back got thumped, and that happened fast. That linebacker got in there so quick.
And the most important thing for the back, when you see that coming, make sure that football is riveted to your rib cage. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, Hokies! And that one will give him the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Looking downfield, it's right. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Lofts one high and deep. Hits him in stride at the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the gun, the ground game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Hokies are marching down the field. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, no, the ball pops out. This could change things. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. The offense set for a first down play. To throw, it's right. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Louisville! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Dances away from 1. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
Well, I think this running back has proven this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? In a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Offense set on first down. Looking deep down the right side. Spreads it inside the 10. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
I love it. The offense being aggressive. They're taking a shot. Good job by the QB getting a lot of air under that ball. And how about the receiver and his ability to track it?
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late, now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Alabama is currently ahead early in this one, but they haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Bryant-Denny. They're up by 4 over South Carolina. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. Fights off a defender. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to pass on 2nd down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. Escapes the sack. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Fires left. Makes the grab well past the sticks. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Working the middle, it's complete. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 42. He's looking to throw it. The sure hands, it's Adams. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the 1st down. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Right on target this time. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Pressure coming. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. After the big 1st down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Hokies moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Unleashes it on the run. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, looking for the completion. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The offense lining up for a first down play. The running back has it. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. A lot of urgency for this offense. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Got room at the 35. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
Now, I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job on this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.